got? Hey everybody, it's Farrier Day today. I'm just walking around getting a couple things ready before he shows up. We've got to make sure we've got hay for the horses to keep them occupied, the ones that don't stand so still. I think we're going to use the shade today, so I'm just going to move this out of the way so he can park and back up here, and then we'll do the horses.
Check out my jump. Normally he'll talk you into walking away.
We're just starting out with a couple trims. I've got some hay set up, and you can see it just keeps the horses calm, keeps them focused, and honestly, I have to do less work. I don't have to hold them as long.
Is this based on from a scar on his coronet?
No,
there?
it's just where he broke it out right there. That is a little bit where...
That's what I'm...
Yeah, he did one when he tore it right here in his corner bit. It makes it disform, but now that will fill in. But when he twists and turns, it'll break out real easy.
Okay,
right there.
So that's just always going to be like that.
Yeah. Well, no. If you'll notice during, like, when it's wet during the winter months, when the ground's salter, that he'll have a full... He even does it over here. You can see it right here in the same spot. Just the way the foot kind of grows, the way it's trying to flare right here. When they twist on them.
Right.
Especially when they get so long. Like if we kept them boxed up all the time and did them every couple of weeks, it would look fine.
Right.
And see, like, this is why all I do here is try to 45 it at an angle, because he's barefoot for one, and that's coming in still trimming.
Shoes back on, right? Because he came with shoes.
Not for what you're doing, darling.
Yeah.
I'll be glad to spend your money. But
they need to get that piece of dirt out hanging out.
See how when they do damage it, like it gets real frail. But if we keep it boxed up, all this will get solid. Especially when not right now when they start stomping, it flies. But when during your winter months.
I made sure he could stand before I... Yeah, we've been working with him to make sure before you came out.
Yeah, yes, sir, it does.
So he supposedly fractured his pelvis, which is why his feet haven't been done in a while, because he couldn't stand for it.
Right.
So, yeah. What are your thoughts on this one, Mike?
Well, he just ain't been done in a while, but he's got great feet.
Oh, good.
Great wall. He got a lot of
soul depth,
but he's
Yeah, we're so we have him listed just as a companion, with potential like kids riding him in the future. Like he'll take a saddle and everything. So.
Has he shown any? Has he been X-rayed to know how the hip is?
No, they needed a bone scan. Chance meet Chase.
Stuff like that when they haven't been moving it much, and he's fine.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, I expect he's probably pretty healed up.
You can still see the drop on Chance's hip, but he is building back muscle.
He lost a hand.
Next up is Vernon, our 28-year-old permanent resident. He has Cushing's, so we have to shave him multiple times throughout the year, which is why he's half shaved. But he also has arthritis in this right front knee and really struggles picking it up just for the farrier.
You gotta hold it and let him know Right there. Right there. Right there. Not that
Oh
far.
boy, oh boy. See, I cannot get that.
Yeah, it's tough.
I can't get him to where he'll, like, and I gotta brush out the foot so dang quick as he's, like, going back.
At all. Or he can't stand it. So I'm trying to let him know I'm letting him try to hold it comfortable.
Yeah.
Because this is tough on me. Like this.
Yeah. You know Mike's a good farrier because his back hurts and he's bending down low to take care of my arthritic horse.
I definitely didn't pick the best spot for Zephyr. She wanted to eat grass, so I had to hold her up and stop her from eating the whole time.
Tuggy wuggy. Now you can have some
Now.
Jerry.
So we have 2 trims and a shoe pole with a trim. Got Venus now. We're gonna get started on shoes. So we typically do all the trims and then finish up with the shoes. Straight to the hay. There you go.
All it'll do is allow you to go get more horses. Because you're like, well, I don't need to figure no more.
No, it'll just put you out of a job.
Yeah. I mean, that's great.
The only farrier who wants to be out of a job.
Yeah. Put me on strike. This is a wore out
Thing and then fold it.
And just kept holding it to how I wanted it to make a little block to block nails on the nail.
Yeah.
And have a full handle.
Okay.
Like to where I can lock this
Right.
one with my hand.
It's not that heavy to me. Not
Not
that
that heavy.
Yeah. He's,
So,
well, I feel like I did after I just hammered that.
super hot. That is hot and green is cold.
Huh?
That is hot and green is cold.
Blue is cold.
And what you're about to see is a process called hot shoeing. This is where the shoe, while it's still warm, is being applied to Venus's foot. A, to check for size, and B, to actually burn the bottom of the foot. And Mike's going to explain in a little
Probably
bit.
like the shock vibration maybe or something. It's still steaming when you put it down.
Kills my arms with that. You sure you don't want a small chop?
Maybe in a couple of years.
Oh, look, you need one. You a nicely grind shoe. It burns.
Why do you hot shoe, Mike?
You see, like when you burn, and as long as that shoe's level, man, that foot is level, and it seals off all the little. They have tubulas in the foot there, which is like pores in your skin.
Mm-hmm.
Sealing all that stuff off, the foot don't absorb water near as fast. I mean, it takes it maybe within a week it grows out.
Set it back
There's a
so
lot
that
of-
you can round the toe, right?
Yeah, I just set the breakover back. You usually want your breakover roughly a thumb off of your frog.
Mm-hmm.
You notice, so you don't want the toe to keep getting out there. You got guys out here they'll set full to the toe. You need shoe out the back of this foot to support your tendons, like. So you try to get the shoe out the backside of that foot some. But some horses come in here and yank the shoe off. They hit the heel of the toe.
Yes, yeah, they overreach.
That's why you saw me grinding it, was to help out with all that, you know. As if this foot comes in and catches it, it helps it.
Right, so it's,
You know,
it's
that's why
ground
I'm real
down.
big with
So we're trimming off that toe because you set the shoe back.
That's right.
Okay.
And that's a lot of horses do. People don't realize that.
So what's that from?
Just stomping.
Okay,
Stomping can cause it. Like trims out.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
There's hay for you. Venus.
Spit it all over.
Thanks.
Next up is Flynn, my 5-year-old thoroughbred. He has been shod before, but we pulled his shoes since he wasn't in work. And you can see he's very flat on the front now. So now that he's coming back in work, he definitely needs shoes back.
Kind of, yeah. Whew. I think the hay went down the wrong pipe. Maybe. Can't hay up your nose.
You said it was all over.
Hold on. I'm not ready.
Flynn is pretty much the opposite of Venus. He is not a fan of hot shoeing or even smelling the materials or any kind of burning or smoke.
Terrible.
Yeah, all right. I know you're nervous. Okay.
Cool. You don't like them?
No.
Oh, they're delicious.
I just think of it now. It's been cooked.
So, okay, good to know that that's how that works. You just pull them off. You don't even step on them. Can I put this back on, please? See how long that lasts. Really? Okay. Not long at all. It's already off.
We're on our last 3 horses now, and you'll want to stick around and see what we do to Ace's feet.
I'm just got a little chipping. Yes, so Megan's been working on them off and on. This one was all tore, but he's growing it back. He's at the point where
Put all this flat wall off of them to help
Yeah.
him. Oh, really?
That's fine. Situation. Out. Out.
I haven't told Mike this yet, but one of the reasons Ace was surrendered, Ace/Scout, he wouldn't pick up his feet or stand properly for the farrier at the barn where he was kept with his owner that surrendered him. So we had been working on it with him, picking up his feet, being comfortable, and I was confident he would be fine for Mike, but I just decided to say styling, and we'll see what Mike has to say about that.
Good job, bud. Struggles. Now, Mike, I gotta get your reaction. So, this horse was surrendered because he wouldn't stand for the farrier.
Now you tell me this.
I didn't tell
I
you.
might have been standing on the other side of the fence. That's might have. If you would have said that was why you got him, I might have been over there.
That was one of the reasons. He was just hard for his owner to handle, but
No, this guy.
we did a little bit with him, and he's
really-
fine.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I haven't seen nothing that to where it would cause that. But
Yeah,
owners do. You know, if you're not kind of direct and don't work at it,
yeah.
you get what you get sometimes. Oh, no flies touch you. Yeah.
So we got. That's a lot. What is that, like
Like
4 or 5 months, you think?
Yeah, he's been quite a few. I expect he's probably been at least a couple months.
Yeah, because the shoes were kind of rocking a little bit on the bottom of his
Look,
feet.
he almost
so-
broke them in two in the center of them. They were almost
Oh, because they're so thin.
so thin.
Okay, so he's
and
had
I've
them
seen
on
it.
for
I've
a
seen
long
them.
time.
They'll wear them thin and break in half and still be nailed on each side.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
That's when they were like a year. And they could bend them over. Like, you notice how I always burn mine in? I make them flush with the hook wall and burn them into the hook wall.
Right.
It takes
You-
stress
yes,
off the
you
nails.
get. Yeah.
You know, so
Hello.
somebody made it took.
Now it's time for me to put all my information from the farrier visit into my Stable Secretary app. You can use it on your computer or on your phone. If you're not using this already to keep track of your horses and your horse records, you're definitely missing out. Let me show you how it works.
I'm going to open up my app here, and the main page just has a list of all of your horses and their basic details, age, color, gender. Since I want to add the farrier record, I'm going to go to health. You can see there's all kinds of different records you can add here: dental, joint, farrier, etc. It gives me the option to select as many horses as I want. I'm just going to select the number that had trims to save myself some time. So unselecting Flynn and Venus, who had shoes, and that's going to take me to the input page. You can select the date it happened, when it's next due. You can mark which farrier it was if you have multiple or you have boarders with their own farriers. Put in the price and then any comments you want to make, and you can even add picture attachments. I just put a simple comment of a trim. That way it shows up on their records. When I adopt horses out, they've got a listing of everything, which you can see on Flynn's individual page here, all the different things he's had done, vaccines, farrier, chiropractic, etc. He had shoes, so I'm just going to pop that in. And he's not a fan of hot shoeing, so I can put it in the comments here, or I can add it as a detail in his actual page, which I'm doing for Griffey here. He pulls back on that right front. So I'm putting that in his details so it shows up on his main summary page. When you scroll down, all of his notes are there.
I honestly could go on and on about this app. It's got so many different features. If you're a trainer, a barn owner, you do boarding, or even if you just have your own personal horses.
You can do appointments and scheduling, invoicing. You can run reports. If I do all the Farrier stuff that we've had over the year, I can go back and see when all that was. They've been kind enough to give me a code. If you want to download the app, you get 30 days free and you get 10% off a future purchase. Use the code RHFARM when you first download it for that to apply.
That's it for the video, everybody. I hope you enjoyed meeting our farrier Mike and seeing what he did for all of our horses here at the rescue. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next one.
Dad! Shush! I was talking first.